Thank you. I will literally feel sick and die from eating too much pizza. Crazy pizza extravaganza. And yes, I'm talking about pizza.
10 out of 10.
Ciao belly, and welcome on another episode of World Soundbites. Today we're gonna do something different. I was thinking with Italian culture and Italian American people from many generations, there were immigrants that came over to the United States, and now there's these huge families that still live here. And so over time we created this huge culture with Italian food and all that good stuff. So as an immigrant myself, I moved here to America when I came to Berklee College of Music in Boston. I thought, why not test which city is closer to my heart when it comes to one very specific type of food. And yes, I'm talking about pizza. So let's find out on this episode of World Soundbite which city has the better pizza. Hi guys. Hello. Hello. Hi Mochi. It looks like my car is here. I have a special driver today taking me to Chicago.
But Nikko, okay.
That's me.
Let's roll.
Okay, let's go. I want to just lay down the 3 ground rules for this video. The first one being, we're only gonna try 1 slice per place, and that's just a functional rule because if I had to eat a full pie at every single place I'm going to, I would definitely feel sick and wouldn't be able to continue the video. The second rule is about that slice specifically. Is going to be a cheese slice or any similar simple pizza. So to an Italian place, it will be a margherita pizza. In other words, I'm not gonna order anything with crazy ingredients or anything special, because I want the comparison to be done on a very simple type of pizza. And then the third and final rule is that we're not gonna try any of the big chains. Now, I'm aware that I'm in Chicago and Chicago people love their chains like Giordano's and Lou Malnati's, but I really wanted to put on the spot some smaller businesses, try, you know, some authentic dishes. So yeah, we're just gonna go to smaller places and enjoy what they have to offer. So the first stop is Strapoli, which is a beautiful pizzeria that pays homage to the Neapolitan way of making pizza. I saw some of the pictures on Google. It looks really good. It looks really the way we do it in Napoli, in Italy. And so I'm looking forward to trying it. So I'm just curious about the name. Is it Strapoli? How do you say it?
Strapoli.
Okay.
We are from Venezuela. Not
Okay.
from Italy, but
Oh,
we're
wow,
from Venezuela.
okay.
Strapoli name is like a compound word from Napoli, and Strada.
Yeah.
Because the pizza was considered in the past like a street food.
That sauce is nice.
Buonissimo. It's gonna be hard to stick to 1 slice of this. Ruben, che buona, Ruben.
We said we'd only eat 1 piece, but I mean, 1 piece between each, we'll finish it. It's light, you know, it's like the equivalent of 1 piece.
Ah, okay. You know, sometimes you make rules and sometimes you have to, I guess, break the rules. This was absolutely delicious. I love the people here, beautiful family. The flavors are amazing. San Marzano tomatoes, mozzarella is awesome. The dough is really light, but also supported, like when the dough is not too floppy. This is a very strong start. ¿Cómo empezó todo?
Nuestro país de origen, trabajamos con la pizzería muy parecida a la pizzería neoyorquina aquí. A uno de los hijos que se vino aquí, tuvo el interés de seguir la tradición familiar. Nosotros tenemos como 40 años, allá teníamos 3 pizzerías, pero bueno, tú sabes que cuando un país entra en crisis, pues. Entonces el hijo nos dijo que tenía la idea de empezar esa actividad aquí, pero con otro estilo de pizza, con el estilo napolitano. Entonces, esta es una pizza estilo napolitano, pero a nuestra
Manera.
nuestra manera.
Sí.
Cuando el negocio es como este, que es un negocio familiar, el ambiente es tan creativo y que siempre salen ideas para mejorar el producto. Y vemos el resultado con los reviews que la gente nos ha dado, ¿no?
Te voy a decir que a mí personalmente me encantó tu producto. Yo soy de Nápoles, soy de ahí. Entonces, ¿sabes? Conozco la pizza verdadera de Nápoles. Yo me sentí como si fuera en mi casa, en Nápoles.
Ok, el concepto de aquí es eso, llevar una pizza que aquí la consideran como gourmet a la calle, a precio accesible.
Eso es como la pizza nació. producto muy accesible
De la
de la calle.
La pizza es universal, no tiene idioma.
Claro, claro.
Entonces nosotros hablamos con la pizza.
Lo que yo trato de hacer con mis videos cuando voy en países, en lugares diferentes, me gusta la idea que puedo encontrar personas de culturas diferentes. Con la comida siempre hay una manera de hablar lo mismo idioma.
Exacto, es como la música.
Exacto.
Que tú no sabes el idioma, tú no ves, pero cuando los instrumentos tocan y cantan, le
Sí,
llega
sí,
todo.
sí.
Que la pizza sea como la música.
Sí, sí, Rubén, me encantó muchísimo
No,
hablarte
placer
y conocerte.
Placer.
Muchas
Me alegra
gracias
que nos haya
por
visitado y que les haya gustado nuestro producto.
What a start.
You made some new friends.
I did.
And-
This is exactly why I wanted to go to a smaller business. Like, product was amazing. Just getting to know their story. I got to train a little bit on my Spanish too. You know. Yeah, that's what it's all about. Food, bringing people together in different places and different cultures. Now we're gonna go try deep dish pizza. I will tell all my Chicago friends it's not my favorite thing in the world, but I will go with an open mind. We're gonna try Pequod's, a deep dish Chicago style pizza.
Weekdays, 7-inch pan cheese pizza, $7.95, 11 till 3.
I think that's what we have to do then.
Hello.
Are you British, isn't it?
But something specific.
Cockney?
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
Hey, I'm gonna beat you.
Rocky. It's still Stallone.
It's the greatest we've ever had.
Donald
Yeah.
Trump. All right, the pizza is small because we ordered a lunch special, which is the personal size pizza. So here it is. Okay. I'm definitely enjoying this more than the big chain deep dish that I've tried in the past. I love like the burned edges. That's a nice touch. If you're not from here and you're used to other styles of pizza, this feels more like a savory cake. Just the depth of it, like the size of it, definitely more in the American style of mozzarella cheese and tomato sauce. I'm gonna give this a 7.
So this is great. This is super, super authentic. I can understand why people in the city are super proud of this place. Personal preference, the sauce is very, very seasoned. Like this has a lot of whatever this seasoning combo is, and like a lot of oregano, I feel like, in that sauce, right? I am a Lou Malnati's girl still, I think, after having this because of the acidity of the red sauce, and it's almost like sweet and sour, and I really love that. This is different. This has that very, very savory Italian-American red sauce with tons of spices and seasoning.
All right, so we're out of Pequod's. I did actually enjoy the pizza. That's why I gave it a 7. However, totally different experience. I, as an Italian person, believe in food as an opportunity to talk to people, be together, and really experience that type of, some people will call it fellowship. This was definitely more of an American bar where I even asked one of the people that were working there, if you guys want, if there's anybody that can tell me a little bit of the history of this place, it would be nice. And she said, oh yeah, I'm sure I can find somebody that can tell you that. And then she kind of disappeared. She never got back to me. So I didn't feel like asking again. This was a way more understandably American way of doing food, where it's just like a business. You just sit there, they bring you the food, and at the end you pay and you leave. It wasn't, you know, sharing on a human level. Now time to go to the third and final place for the Chicago chapter of this video. We're going to
Peace in Wicker Park, which is my personal favorite neighborhood in all of Chicago.
As I saw on Google, it looks like they do thin crust pizza. Kinda looks a little bit like New York style. Hey, you're cute. Peace Brewery, we got the menu. The definition I was looking for this type of pizza is actually a New Haven, Connecticut inspired pizza.
Perfect little lunch size.
Yeah. Oh, it's very hot.
They were not wrong about the high temperature of baking.
Yeah, they say you might want to wait a second.
Don't burn the, it's gonna burn that part of the back of your mouth. It's a molten oil.
Oh, I like this type of pizza.
Yeah?
Yeah. When I think of American pizza, that's what I think of. Like thin crust, but like able to carry itself, like it's not too soft. Very oily, I will say a lot of oil. I love it. Very good. I'm one of the few born and raised Italians that actually enjoy American pizza, meaning I've always been able to like separate the two and appreciate both. And since I started living in America, I started enjoying the American style pizza. So this pizza right here, I don't know how you feel, but I really like it.
I really like it. This is so lovely.
Yeah, this is lovely.
I like this sauce.
I feel pretty confident in giving you another 9 for this. I really, really, really love this one. And I gotta say, Tony, our server, good vibes. We talked about how I didn't really enjoy the vibes in an American place earlier. This feels like an American place, but the vibes were great. They were actually happy to explain to me about the pizza and how it's made. Good stuff all around. All right, so we're officially done with Chicago. Time for us to take a trip to New York. We finally get to see what the Big Apple has to offer. First stop is Antica Pizzeria da Michele, one of the oldest pizza places in Naples, Italy. They recently opened up in America as well. Neapolitan style pizza in New York City. Let's go. Typical Neapolitan style. Very, very thin. You can see that it kind of falls down and you have to kind of help yourself with a fork to be able to eat it without making a mess. This is a thing that is well known for people like me who are from Naples. The main two school of thoughts when it comes to how they make pizza. There's one side of pizza chefs that do softer dough, and so the pizza kind of falls. And there are people that like a stronger dough, and so you can more easily eat it. I like both sides, even though I have to say I prefer the stronger dough, the one that kind of holds itself up a little bit. However, flavor-wise, this place is the real deal. If you want to have the real taste of Napoli, this is where you go. In whichever city they open, you go to Antica Pizzeria da Michele. As far as flavor, maybe a 9, even more, but again, I prefer the pizza that is a little stronger, even within the Neapolitan pizza style. We had to get one of their typical slices with burrata and prosciutto. I got a slice of cheese here for the review. I'm only gonna taste this one. Okay, we just got out of l'industrie. Gabi was saying might be the French pronunciation, which would be
L'industrie.
L'industrie. We still don't know, so if you are from here, you know the correct pronunciation, please let us know in the comments. The original industry is in Brooklyn, I think, the original location. So we came to the new one in the West Village. This style of pizza is technically called the Neo-New York style, which is kind of a mix of New York style pizza with more Italian sourced ingredients. I thought that the pizza was very good. It was very crunchy and strong. The ingredients, I don't know if I felt a lot of the Italian influence, to be honest with you. To me, it really tasted like a New York American style pizza, which I love. I think I want to give this, I'm gonna give it an A+, because it was very, very solid, very good flavors. I don't think it was an experience that made me go like, oh, this is the best pizza I've ever had in New York. I must come back here immediately. Now we're going to another staple in New York style pizza called Scar's Pizza. I did get 2 slices for this one. I'll explain why. Okay, as you can see, they had a margherita option and a cheese option. Cheese is kind of the American version of margherita. I asked them what the difference is, so she just said that pretty much on this one they have fresh mozzarella, olive oil and basil, and this one is more the American traditional pizza. But because again this is a more of a New York staple, I'm gonna do the judgment on their cheese pizza, which is the American version. Okay. Okay, the first thing that I noticed, lots of oregano flavor. You can't really see it, but there's a lot of that flavor in there. Maybe a little bit of burn under it. You know, I don't mind it. I like it. I know maybe it's not the healthiest thing, but flavor-wise, I want to say that I like the industry a little better. But this is still very good. So industry was 8+. I'm gonna give this an 8. Like if you're just looking for a good slice of New York style pizza, I can definitely recommend it. Simple 8. I am aware that the biggest strength in New York pizza, which is arguably one of the capitals of pizza in the world, is the sheer number of options that you have. For the purposes of this video, I'm going in 3 different cities and I just had to pick 3 places. So I know there might be comments that say, no, you should have tried this or instead of this, but that's what we picked for now. There might be more videos in the future. Now the only thing that's left to do is check out the city where I live, which is Los Angeles, and see what options we have there. And just like that, we're back in Los Angeles, sunny California. Guys, it is warm. Such a difference the last 2 cities when we were covered up in the cold of winter. It is actually hot today. Gabi is not with us. She had to stay behind in New York because she's killing it on Broadway, so she has some work obligations she had to attend. However, I do have another guest for this final part of the video, another incredible artist and singer, and funny enough, he is also visiting from New York. So without further ado, let's go eat some pizza in Los Angeles with the amazing, the one, the only,
What up, dog?
Rig Express. But are you ready to get some pizza?
Well, I'm always ready to get pizza, but with the connoisseur, the Italian. I know he knows good pizza, so I know this is gonna be a good time.
Let's go. So the first stop is Sette Bello in Pasadena. If you guys are following my channel on YouTube, you might have seen this place before on one of my videos, the crazy musician weekend video that I made. I was rewarding myself at the end of that video, getting a slice of pizza here. Very Neapolitan style, full-on Italian style pizza. This place specifically has been one of my favorites since I moved to LA about 8 years ago. I really wanted to include this place in this specific video about pizza. I really love the vibes in this place. Sette Bello used to be also in Pasadena. They had an older location that was much smaller and a little darker as far as lighting and the overall energy of it. And since they opened this bigger new location, I just love what they did with the place. They also have all these old style paintings of like different Italian brands, from like ice cream brands to beer brands. It gives you a sense of being in Italy. So we ordered Margherita Doc, which is pretty much a regular margherita pizza and no special ingredients. But this version of margherita has mozzarella di bufala, buffalo mozzarella, which is a little more flavorful, a little more high quality. So I'm excited to try it.
First bites.
Wow.
I see what the buffalo does.
Give us a little feedback on this first pizza stop that we had.
Maybe I was hungry, but I give it a 10 out of 10.
A 10 out of 10.
That was amazing. And you got a mint to go with it.
I come here very often, so this is not new to me. I think that the flavor is very, very, very close to the flavor in Naples. They used all the right ingredients, all the right tomato sauce, the right mozzarella, the right flour for the dough. The dough is slightly stronger than they like in Naples usually.
Like firmer?
Yes, that's exactly the word I was looking for. It's firmer. I personally love it. That's the one thing that makes it a little further from the actual Neapolitan tradition, and they do advertise it and sell it as Neapolitan pizza. The next stop is Prince Street Pizza, a New York place. We're from New York. They opened here in California. They have a few locations in LA. This one is just easy for me to get to since we were already in Pasadena. So we're gonna try it New York style. This is one of those places where we don't have to necessarily sit down and get a whole pie. I think we're just gonna be able to get a slice or two.
Welcome to Prince Street Pizza. It's your boy Rick Express and I'm with Prince Street. All right, let's take you in here. Oh, what's going on, guys?
It officially became a Rick Express vlog now. It's no longer one of mine. And honestly, that might be better because...
What's going on, guys? What's going on, guys? It's your boy. We are at Prince Street Pizza here in Los Angeles. So we have an assortment. We got mozzarella, cheese, pepperoni, espresso. It's everything we need. What's going on, guys? So we are paying for our food right now.
We got a few slices to try. So I got one slice with the crust being thinner, and then we got this square slice that is a little thicker, and that's supposed to be Sicilian style.
Sicilian style? Sicilian style? Sicilian style?
All right, so we're definitely American now. We're definitely New York style. You know what I noticed? The tomato sauce is sweet. There's a lot of sweetness in it, huh? I can definitely taste and smell the basil. All right, now we have the Sicilian slices. It's almost like they're in the middle between a New York style and a Chicago deep dish style. All right, here we go. Okay, oregano. Oh, very thick layer of cheese. Also very sweet sauce. All right, review time. I'm gonna keep it 100% honest.
Can I do that too?
Yes, please.
Okay.
It wasn't my favorite because I thought there was way too much sugar in the sauce, which I was not ready for. The sweetness was covering everything else.
Yeah, not my favorite. I feel like I would give it, really, this is being nice, but like a 4 out of 10.
No way.
Yeah.
Woo!
It's a bit sweet. It was a bit underwhelming. And I think the cheese, there's a lot of things covering up a lot of bad ingredients. So I'm like, it was okay. It was okay. It was okay. That's okay. It was okay.
I'm gonna give it a 6.5 out of 10. It was still sufficient for me, but definitely way too sweet. You gotta watch that sugar. I know we're in America, but sugar is dangerous and it covers everything else. So be careful with that. Next up, masa. This will be deep dish pizza. I thought it would be interesting to try Chicago style pizza here in LA. Ooh la la. Ooh. Oh wow, I actually really like this.
Amazing.
Right? You like it too? And I'll tell you what, I don't usually like deep dish. I like this deep dish pizza better than the one that I had in Chicago. Oh my god, please Chicago people don't hate me. And this is like, you can taste the tomato, it's amazing. This is actually very, very good. I'm gonna go.
10 out of 10. What's going on, guys?
I'm scared out of me. Rick has a bag with some leftovers because let's just say that on this one we did not want to trash the leftovers.
We did not.
We decided to bring them home. And why is that, Rick?
because this place was incredible. I would give it a 10, but considering that we had already ate, we were already stuffed to the brim, and we got more and more of this because it's so amazing, I'm giving it an 11.
My part of the review is, as you saw from the Chicago part of this video, I'm not the biggest fan of deep dish pizza.
We get it. We get it. Are you the biggest fan of deep dish?
You know what?
I feel like you haven't ever said that to me before.
This is what you get for putting your girlfriend in your videos. But yeah, I know I said that many times. I absolutely adored this one. It was so good. I love the fact that it was simple. The tomato sauce was great. It wasn't too sweet. It was just the perfect amount of salt. It wasn't too acidic. They didn't fill it with a bunch of pepper, oregano, a bunch of spices. You could actually taste the tomato. The dough was so crispy. Sometimes when I have a deep dish pizza, the dough feels like a smooshy, soft cake. I like the fact that this one was actually crunchy. And I did find out that the owners are from Chicago.
Yes.
So this still counts as a legit Chicago spot, even though we're in LA. Because of all those reasons, I'm gonna give it a 9 out of 10, and I think this is how we.
A 9.
So, because
a 9.
So
no, I'm saying 9 is high for you.
You weren't expecting that high?
No. Well, if you give it a 9, that's like my 47.
This was delicious. So it deserves at least a 9. I think we cannot end this video on any better note. So we'll close it here. We did 3 places in New York, 3 places in Chicago, 3 places in LA. Thank you, Ricky, for being with me.
Thank you for having me.
Now it's time for the recap and to decide what makes each of these cities special, and maybe even try to put them on an order from best to worst. What I enjoyed the most to what I enjoyed the least. Now let's go through each one of the 9 places I visited based on the ratings that I gave them. I do want to clarify that when you see me put a rating like 8 plus or 9 minus, those plus and minus count as 0.25. So 8 plus is 8.25 or 9 minus is 8.75. With that in mind, at the bottom of this list, unfortunately, 9th place for my own experience in this very specific video, we find Prince Street Pizza in Los Angeles. It was the sugar that did the man. Too sweet, and it kind of took away from the entire experience. Also, it didn't feel like some of the ingredients were as high quality as the other places. Just a step above, we find in 8th place Pequod's in Chicago, deep dish pizza. What I didn't really like too much about that place was specifically the customer service. There was no communication between me and the people serving the food. Gabby and I also both thought that the sauce was a little too seasoned, too many herbs and spices within the tomato sauce, which took away from the actual flavor of the tomatoes. We keep going up, and at 7th place we find Scar's Pizza in New York City. I know that this place is one of the big staples in New York City. I think my experience with Scar's was flawed by the fact that there was way too much oregano in the tomato sauce, and also it felt like those slices specifically were sitting there for a while. It might have been a day where there weren't a lot of people, a lot of customers, so they weren't making as many pizzas on the spot. Now we keep going up, and we're number 6. We find Sette Bello in Pasadena here in LA. Sette Bello is a great take on the traditional Neapolitan style of pizza. Absolutely love the vibe of the restaurant. The flavors are good. The dough does feel a little too firm compared to the real traditional Neapolitan way of making pizza. One little thing that I will say about Sette Bello, I feel like the pizzas are too small, especially if you're gonna do traditional Neapolitan pizza. The size has to be a little bigger. You want it to kind of cover the entire plate or sometimes go over the plate. Now we're about halfway through our list. At number 5 we find L'Industrie or L'Industrie. I found the place to be very flavorful, a very great take on American style pizza. The ingredients were definitely high quality. The pizza was made on the spot. It was very hot and dough felt crunchy. It was amazing. Number 4 is Antica Pizzeria da Michele in New York. There's not much I can say about Michele. It's top quality when it comes to Neapolitan style pizza. It is the very old way of doing Neapolitan pizza, which is the softer dough. You see the pizza almost falls and you have to kind of help yourself with tools to keep it up and eat it all together. In our top 3, bronze medal if you will, we find Peace in Chicago. This was absolutely my favorite when it comes to the East Coast way of making pizza. Call it New York, call it New Haven, Connecticut. I know there are differences between those different styles, but overall that's what I recognize as the American way of making pizza. Now, off Chicago but not in Chicago, number 2, 2nd place, silver medal baby, we got Masa in Echo Park here in Los Angeles, California. This pizza was so good that it single-handedly changed my opinion on deep dish pizza. It was incredible. One of the best things I've ever eaten. Couldn't stop eating it. It was absolutely unbelievable. Highly recommended. And finally, we're at the top spot in our list. And number 1, which crazy enough, it was also the very first place chronologically chronologically that I visited on this video, Strapoli in Chicago. An amazing, kind, welcoming, warm Venezuelan family with 40 years of experience working flour and making pizzas. Now the new generation is taking things to the next level, doing Neapolitan style pizza in Chicago, and it's of the highest quality. Exactly what I wanted as far as the dough. It's not too soft, but it's not too firm. Top quality ingredients, San Marzano tomatoes from Naples, great mozzarella, and again, the kindness, the welcoming vibes. You cannot beat it. And that's exactly why Strapoli in Chicago takes the cake when it comes to this video, or I should say, takes the pie. Insert fake laugh effect here, I guess. Okay, top spot, gold medal, whatever you want to call it, #1 Strapoli in Chicago. As far as which city I enjoyed the most, there are many factors and many ways to decide that. And I'm aware that a video this small with only 9 places, 3 per city, is not big enough a sample size to make a decision for sure. Deciding about pizza is such a subjective thing that I don't even feel comfortable telling you which one is best, which one is worst. However, I will say that each city is great for something. For example, in Chicago, I felt like there was a better attention to detail when it comes to the preparation and the presentation of the product, the pizza itself. I also feel like Chicago is overall, when it comes to pizza specifically, a bit more affordable than Los Angeles and New York. New York, the variety. You cannot beat New York when it comes to the amount of options that you have with pizza. So many different styles, so many different places. Also, the quality average, I think, is higher than any other place in America. And finally, Los Angeles. Look, we all know Los Angeles doesn't have nearly as big or as old a tradition when it comes to pizza. However, I do feel like in Los Angeles, the environment and the climate, the weather, the slower pace and the more relaxed energy of people in general compared to like a Chicago, and especially compared to New York, I think it just makes for the perfect atmosphere to eat pizza. I do want to know from you guys in the comment section which one you think is the best pizza of the ones that I tried in this video. But most importantly, I would like for you to tell me, what places did I miss? Where should I go the next time I visit either Chicago, New York, or Los Angeles? What pizza in either of those cities is so amazing that I have to try it? I truly hope, if anything, that this video made you want to go out there and get some pizza for yourself. And if you like the video, don't be afraid to share it with a friend or 2, maybe 3. As always, thank you so much for watching my videos, and I'll see you all on the next episode of World Soundbites. Ciao belli!